How may I help you?
Oh, a stereopticon of some sort.
Stereopticon? Oh, no, sir. I am a third-generation fusion-powered photonic with verbal and visual link capabilities connected to every database on the planet.
Photonic?
A compendium of all human knowledge. Area of inquiry?
Do you know anything about physics?
Accessing physics.
Mechanical engineering? Dimensional optics? Phonography? Temporal causality? Temporal paradox?
Time travel?
Yes.
Accessing science fiction?
No, practical application. My question is, why can't one change the past?
Because one cannot travel into the past.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 180, 388. Only off by 200. It's going to be a good show tonight, everybody. Hey. It's 11 o'clock. I was not Star Trek, Mr. Harmonica Man in the chat room. All right, let me start this off right now. Mr. Harmonica Man, everybody steals content. That's what life is. Life is content thievery. Not claiming that I've done any of this stuff. I arrange the content in a little pie, and I stick it in your hole. And then you can interact with it. You could do what you want with it, okay? I didn't claim to do anything, ever. I didn't make this nothing. Things fall into holes. And I'm good at finding those holes. And that's why tonight we're drinking a 40 ounce of Budweiser. Anheuser-Busch. It's not a Bud Light. Do they make 40 ounces of Bud Light? They probably do. All I could say is pick up these stocks while they're still cheap. Because like COVID, they're not going away. 388 episode. It's May 31st. May 31st. Wait, what is a lot of holes in my story? There are a lot of holes in my story. You might notice that it sounds like I'm talking to somebody. If you're only listening to the podcast and you're not interacting with the show or watching the video, you could do these things. These are extra things, but I shouldn't only do that. I shouldn't only talk directly to the chat, because if you're listening to this in the future, you're like, who is he talking to? Oh, pardon me. That's what Budweiser will do to you. Nobody burping like that's getting laid. It is May 23rd. What am I talking about here? We're talking about having a great Wednesday evening. That clip was not from... I'm talking about a whole bunch of stuff. That clip was not from Star Trek. That was from a movie called Time Machine with Guy Pearce. Where did Guy Pearce go? Guy Pearce has disappeared into obscurity. Haven't seen or heard from him, I guess, since Alien. He was in the Aliens movie, Prometheus. He was Wayland. Is that the guy? Wayland. Tonight, we're gonna have a fun night tonight. Because if time travel is real, where are all the time travelers? Tonight we're going to find out. We are opening the phone lines for the time travelers to call in tonight. 917-719-5923. That's the number you could call. I don't know if the phone lines are open right now. Don't call right now, okay? And only call if you're a time traveler. You have to keep the lines open. If you're like not a time traveler, you just want to talk about drones or AI, don't call. Only time travelers. But that's coming up. Yeah. What else was I? Look. You. Where did this come from? If you want to interact with the show, if you want to join the chat room, if you want to be a cool person and get in the annals of time and space, go to twitch.tv/NickTheRat. I can't believe I'm saying twitch.tv in my podcast. In my podcast. I'm saying twitch.tv. They should be paying me. Well, I'm using their servers. Whatever. Fuck. I don't care. All right. Twitch TV. Go there. If you want to watch this live, if you want to join the chat, just go to... You don't have to go to, fuck Twitch TV. Go to zeronode.net. #SewerChat. That's where it's all at. Bitch TV. Keeping it professional. It's getting hot in the sewer. It's starting to get a little warm out in New York City. I don't know what's going on right now. It is Wednesday at 11 o'clock, but if you look at Times Square going on behind me over here, there's a lot of motherfuckers just walking around. There's like not even anything. There's just people there. It's weird. When cities become things, people just... Like, these people aren't doing anything. They might be talking to each other, but they're just standing there. You could do that anywhere. You could stand anywhere in the world. I don't know why you have to do it in a giant group like this, but that's going on in time. We're not in Times Square. The studio is in South Brooklyn. That's the only semi-normal place left in New York, maybe. Also, the color's all fucked up on the street, but that's a live view of the city right there. This is we should start the show. All right, look, we're gonna open the phone line soon to time travelers. We want to talk to time travelers tonight. So if you are a time traveler, give a call in. If you're not a time traveler, find one. Tell them to call me. 917-719-5923. All right, look. All right, look. I keep saying that. We also play a lot of music, and it's all CC BY 3.0. Everything in this show is free. If you want to resell my show, I think you could. You just have to tell me you did. Maybe. Actually, I don't even think you have to tell me you did. You could probably just resell my show, but I don't know why you would. But you could. And that's culture. That's a beautiful thing. And all the music you hear tonight is all CC BY 3.0. And it's all on SoundCloud. And am I just stealing people's content? No. I'm not stealing it. I'm not reselling their stuff. I'm a curator of content. I'm Nick the Rat. And this is Nightlights by Chris Wilson. I wonder if this is the Aussie Chris Wilson that we all love. I don't think it is, but let's listen.
all we are. It's dust in the wind, dude. Dust. Wind. Dude.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Nick the Rat Radio. And cheers to us for making it to Wednesday. Now you might be like, why is Nick having a time traveler call-in show? Everybody knows that Nick the Rat hates time travel. Well, that's the exact reason that I'm having this. It's because there's some people out there that still love this whole thing about time travel. They'll like be like, fucking particle physics, quantum shit, and all this other wackadoo hootenanny lies. Basically, lies. There's a lot of you out there. So if there are people that believe in this, there has to be some truth to it. And that means that there are time travelers out there. And if there are out there, time travelers traveling, they could call in tonight and prove it to everybody tonight on the show. And I think that's going to be huge. I think once we get there's going to be at least 2 time travelers going to call in tonight. At least. But somebody's talking about Star Trek, and the game came out. The Star Trek, what is it? Resurgency? Resurge? I think it's called came out. It's like a telltale game. It's like a story game. Now, let me tell you, it doesn't support ultra widescreen. Really upset me because in the sewer I got the whole wall like 5 inches covered in ultra widescreen gaming monitors, and the game doesn't play in ultra widescreen. So I was a little upset. I was like, so now it's stretching it. It's stretching the screen a lot for me when I was streaming it, and it repressed it down because Twitch does that. But it was quite annoying. And the other annoying thing was the spacebar brings up the menu. So you're playing the game, spacebar brings up the menu. Now, if you want to leave the menu, usually what button do you press? Escape. If you hit escape while you have that menu open, the game, it closes. It doesn't ask you to save. It brings you back to the main menu. It brings you all the way back, kicks you back, and you can't save. It doesn't even say, hey, you're going back to the menu without saving. There's also like a lot of invisible walls and stuff you can't do. But other than that, the game's pretty cool. I'm digging the story. even though it's a little silly. There's like a part where the ship almost blows up, and then like 2 seconds later, like, all right, we're going on an adventure. Let's go. It's like, dude, the ship almost got blown up. Maybe you should wait a week and check to see if the ship is okay. Why is this going on? Maybe we should wait. But otherwise, it's a pretty fun game. Star Trek Resurgency. I guess while I'm talking about games still, Diana, the phone line's open? Where's Diane? I could have sworn I saw her earlier. Another game I was playing that's a brand spank me new is Starship Troopers. Extinction? Squat? Something. It's Star Trek. It's a Star Wars troop. It's a Starship Troopers. You know that movie from Joseph Gambino? What's his name? A Dutch guy, I think. Hoffelhoven. Philip Hoffelhoven. I forget. I don't know his name, but I've been playing that game. That's it's cool. It's made by the people that did a game called Squad, which is like a tactical game where you go around shooting stuff. Throwing my yellow hat. There's it's another game that's kind of bad, but it's good. It feels like there's a bunch of, it feels like the walls are closing in on you, and there's some really cinematic stuff in it, but it's a silly game for $25. I think I played it for like maybe 4 hours already, so that's pretty good. And it was a fun time. I'll probably put some more time into it too. So yeah, the new Starship Troopers game, I would say, if it was like $10, I would say definitely buy it and get it right there. But at $25, if you like the IP, if you like shooting bugs, if you want to know more, go check it out, Google it or some shit. And the Star Trek game, I think it was like $30. If it's on a console, if you're buying it on console, yeah. Buying it on PC and you have an ultra wide screen, maybe wait for it to drop a little bit in price. This has been the advertising section of the show where I promote video games. I like video games, okay? I'm so mad I started playing Dota 2 again. Dota 2, now that's the way to really waste 45 minutes of your life. But it's fun. Uh-oh. Looks like there's somebody waiting to call him, Mr. Harmonica Man. He really wants to give a call. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take another quick break. We're going to come back, thank some people. We're going to start to open the phone lines, okay? Are the phone lines, how are they doing? Let's check to see if there's any voicemail. It looks like there are a bunch of voicemails that already just came in here. Let's check a voicemail. We're going to, hold on.
Oh, hey, there's a second beep. I'm a time traveler.
I missed a call from the time traveler? Fuck.
Yes. Okay. I'll tell you more in a minute.
Damn, see, this is the problem with not having the phone lines open right away and telling people to call in. Because the people will call you and then you don't have the, it's a thing. It's a thing. But you gotta wait. You can't just start the show and then open the phone. You gotta work your way into it. Let's see if there's any other voicemails here. 917-719-5923. That's the number. We're gonna open the phone lines soon for time travelers only. But we do have a lot of voicemails. Let's listen to this one over here.
Hey, brother, I'm sitting here on the toilet, sir. Wanted to see if you liked. Well, I was just thinking about a couple of Nick the Rat Show things. One thing is that the audience, the chat wanted to hear you pee, so I'll do that for them right now. I'm sitting, taking a shit, see if I can squirt some out here. Here we go. I tried to piss, sir. Only shit came out. You know, another thing that I was thinking of was that guy who left the voicemail. He's like, has anyone ever thought of leaving a voicemail to play the harmonica? That's all I do. As he doesn't fucking listen to the show? That's all I do, sir. I'm too far away from my harmonica at the moment. But, I did want to take you a walk with me in my mind. I wanted to question. Now, this is going to be a 15-minute long voicemail. You could just hang up right now, probably, sir. I wanted to question the actors, sir, and how most of us, we are really not communicating with each other. We only are seeing that the other person is acting. We're only recognizing other actors, sir. You see, we're all acting, are we not, sir? Now, if an actor, someone who is the actor mind, were to come across someone who isn't acting, they don't really like them, sir. Do you feel that? You feel what I'm talking about? I'll continue this later when I get done. I think we have allotted 38 more voicemails allotted to us, 40 voicemails a show. I think that's the truth, sir. Farewell!
Oh dear. I wish I could travel back in time and stop his parents from procreating. I'm just joking with you. Faded memories. That's what it would be. By Tenzari. Tenzo. I can't read that. Tenzari. We'll be right back. We're going to thank some people. We're going to have the phone lines open soon. Get ready. The time travelers. They're coming. Cover your eyes. It burns.
Dude. Dust.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You darn right I look scary when I'm playing those voicemails. It takes all of my willpower not to jump out the sewer while I'm listening to them or something. We're going to thank some people. We have a P.O. box. What the hell is the P.O. box? We got some stuff in the P.O. Box today. P.O. Box 90549, Brooklyn, New York 11209. Nick the Rat Radio. Nick the Rat, or whatever you want. We got a letter. Let's open this up. Sir Dr. Mike Roch, PhD, also a chiropractor. How did you change your account number to that, by the way? Negative interest and chargeback, 69 cents. Thank you, Dr. Sir Mike Buttcrotch. We also got this big old box right here. There's a cock on it. Yeah, it says, it's a big old cock. It says thank you. Might need a knife for this. Oh, here? Okay, hold on. So big. Holy moly. This is beautiful. Too many eggs. By Mimi Smith Dvorak. This is... Now that's a book. That's too many. That's... Oh, wow. Let's do a page flip. This for the people listening to the podcast. If they can't see this, let's do an audio flip through. Wow. That's great. I'm thinking about making a YouTube show where I just do every recipe. It'll take a very long time to get through the whole book, but it'd be cool. Too many videos. You can also donate by going to nicktherat.com and clicking on donate. There's a donate button over there. You click on that, and yeah, you could send me money. I will drink it or smoke it, perhaps. This is a Star Clip track. Here we go. And people that have donated this week that I would like to thank is Fairy God Boss. Did I sign up for Fairy God Boss last week? Because I keep getting emails about this. Let's see here. Oh, wow. This goes back far. All right, here we go. The first donation of the evening, I read initials, notes, and the amount. Let's see, Curry and the Keeper with the wine. Whew. All right, here we go. You received a payment. Here. KS, thank you so much for the 420. Mr. Harmonica did not send $1,000. He sent 1,000 voicemails. Thank you so much. KS, thank you so much for the 420, for the continued support, and I hope you are getting your value in the sewer with all your sewer buddies. Your yeah. Yeah. We also have somebody that donated here. We have IL. I think IL that would be a new person, I think. I think IL is new. I don't ever remember saying the initials IL. Thank you so much, IL, for the 420. That's cool. Huh. IL. Remember that. All right. 420 from the IL. And finally, the last way you can donate is by going to twitch.tv/something or other. I don't know. You could go somewhere over there. And you could, if you have Amazon Prime, you could give me money for free. Let's see if anybody did that this week. We have 14 days ago, 13 days, 7 days. Ducky On resubbed with their Prime 46 months, 7 days ago. That's the last person. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Not going to play any advertisements because none of the advertisement people gave me any money this week. So we're not going to play stuff for free. But we are going to listen to some music, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to finally open the phone lines, and we're going to talk to people that are time travelers. The time traveler call-in line. I'm telling you, I could feel it. I think somebody from the past told me that in the future they're going to call, but we'll see. But while we wait, let's listen to this song, Love Letter by Purple Poison. We'll be right back. Wow. That one was wild. Let's see. Oh, ow. Oh. I think the phone lines are open. Let's see. Is this
Okay,
working?
so I hope your well has fared.
Oh, no.
And now I'm sitting on the bathroom floor, and I would like to. You don't have to listen to this. I'm not trying to entertain. I just want to continue with the actors. Just walk with me for a moment, okay? I'll make it quick. I know we have a show, and I quit rambling. Okay, here we go. So I was noticing that my father and that guy that left the voicemail about every time he would talk to his friend, that his friend would get angry with him, even though the man was just playing, and they started to turn out into an argument. You see? And now,
hi,
while I
is this
was
the time?
listening
Wait,
to that
hold
man
on,
and you
hold on a
talk,
second,
I
caller.
noticed
Let me
I
turn
could
off
see
this
him. He was
voicemail.
starting, things he would say, he would start to
I don't know how to
He was
stop
trying
this.
to get the
Hello, caller. Caller, are you a time traveler?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I travel time
By
all the time.
how do you do it?
Sheer willpower, couple of high octane crystals.
Wait, so high octane crystal. So is there like an actual mechanical maneuver you're performing to travel through time? Are you physically traveling through time? What time are you from?
Spirit
I have a lot of questions.
all the time. I use a Merkaba. You know what that is? It's like the two pyramids turned in inside of each other. It's
What?
like a little
Like
glass
Madonna's
prism.
bra?
Yeah, but like if you took one of them and turned them upside down and shoved it up inside of it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where
Don't
did
you
you
know
get
that's how
where
they
did you
got
get
here
that?
from Mars, man?
What?
Mars.
Mars? You're from wait, what?
Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. No, 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 no. I'm not from Mars. I'm not from Mars. The technology. I don't even know if you could call it technology.
You have Martian technology that lets you travel through time.
Mm-hmm.
How did
Well,
what
that's what you were
what,
looking for. You were looking for
what
time travelers to call in,
are you an
and you
earthling?
got. Yeah. Well, what else would I be?
I don't know, but how did you get Martian technology? Did a Martian give it to you?
Bought it from a crackhead.
You got it from a crackhead. So that the chosen
Hell yeah.
hill.
Crackheads have the coolest shit. I don't know if you're aware of that or not.
Most prophets are probably crackheads, aren't they?
They should be. Should be part of the prereq.
Now, do you use this? Do you use this a lot? Do you travel often?
I've been around. I was just back in little town you may have heard of called Waco not too long ago.
When?
Like
Wait,
when in the present or when then?
I don't know. Like when? Because that's apparently for you. The when is a large. It's a large. Like I guess since Waco was invented. When was Waco invented?
I had to go back through the database.
1817. It was after Columbus,
It was most definitely after Columbus.
so we could rule out anything before then.
Would it be 1824? I had to go travel back real quick to visit the founding.
Wait, you just
Guy was a
traveled
rough guy.
right now? That you did that right now?
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of the point, right? I can just travel right back to where it was and see I did it again. I just went and had sex at a Jack Parsons party. It was great.
Wait, are you serious? Are you okay? This is a little scary. Because it sounds like you're not doing anything.
Do you need sounds for time travel to work?
I guess not. But where are the triangles on? Do you have the pyramids? Do you have to ride them? What do you do? How do you do it?
It's kind of like you were talking about with the Madonna boobs, where it's like the two pieces they kind of flip up, and I kind of make like a cocoon.
So you're flipping. Okay. Can you do it when? Do you have to be naked?
I'm half naked, but that's by choice.
Do your clothes go with you?
Well, yeah, where else would they go?
I don't know. But
I
like
don't
this
want
seems kind of like mystical too. It doesn't seem you're right about like the you don't know if it's technology. It sounds like maybe the Martians had like mystical Martians.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yes. Yeah. That means you can actually plug it into Tesla chargers. It's pretty cool. That was the sound it makes when it's full up again.
Are there any repercussions or anything you can't do? Like, or are you able to go around? Can you go wherever you can? What do you lay eggs?
And no on the eggs, but it does put a additional gray into my beard. Get a little older every time.
Every time you do it, you lose your own time.
Well, I mean that's just in general. There are literally no repercussions. It's
Wow.
great. I mean, listen, if time wasn't meant to be so rigid, why would it be so malleable?
Can you go forward in time and catch an STD that doesn't exist yet and then go back in time and then give it to somebody? And then by the time that the person that got it gave it to you, they found a cure for it so you don't get it?
I don't see why not. I mean, that's like ADD chess moves. I like that.
It's because I'm trying to find a way I could get rid of this thing. Like, can I borrow these pyramids? Maybe. Can you? Can you?
Yeah. You have a mailing address?
Yeah, the PO box. If you want to, maybe just put these extremely valuable mystical Martian pyramids into a box and just
You know what?
send it out to me.
Tell you what. I can set up a Python script to set them to fire off, and they'll go to you in the future for tomorrow, and they'll be waiting at the post office for you.
Have you ever used these for evil?
I mean, meh. You know, you don't look like a lawyer.
With time travel though, what is evil?
I went back and changed the moral codes.
Exactly. You could say that. You could say that you could go back to those tablets, and you could chisel like peckers or something on it. And it was like, oh, everybody, peckers, everybody.
Thou shalt covet thy sister.
Thou shalt commit adultery with an adult tree.
I got to get myself charged up for this next trip.
Dendrophilia is now legal. I want to put that. Yeah, I want to go back to the time of Moses and put adultery is. Dendrophilia is okay on there.
A-okay by God.
Did dendrophilia existed back then, or did they just didn't have a name for it? Did they have a name for it? What is the etymology of dendrophilia?
Sin.
Let's look this. I gotta find this out right now.
I don't even know how you spell it. Why are you trying to read that word?
Etymology. I know. I'm just gonna throw some letters into Chat GPT and see what comes out. Etymology of dendrophilia. There you go.
My AI says this is sexual attraction to trees, which I am not one to kink shame. I say let your freak flag fly. You fuck that tree.
Whoa. My chatbot's saying the term dendrophilia does not have a widely recognized or accepted meaning.
Whoa.
I think dendrophilia needs more spotlight or recognition. This is horrible. How is this word not being recognized?
Do you think there's videos? I want to see the tree fucking.
You want to see some tree I could show you. I got some home videos of me and Oakley.
Like, do you find a hole or do you make a hole?
What came first, though, really? Think about it.
Me.
See, this is what you do. You could use those triangles. You could go into the future. Or no, you could stay in the present and you could go. My head hurts.
You should squeeze that big old meaty part in your hand.
Did you ever see?
Relieve the tension.
Did you ever see the those really soft flowers? If you have sex with flowers, is sex with flowers a thing?
Well, I mean, they
Those people are fucking
draw
trees. I'm sure people
flowers.
are fucking flowers too, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's that whole uh, that artist that was always drawing flowers in very sensual positions.
What is flower sex fetish called? The term you're referring to is dendrophilia. What? It's seriously flower sex is dendrophilia too? Yeah, I guess it's all vegetables.
Oh, flower fetish in Chicago, a florist.
A melissophile?
Cool.
Melissophilia? Melissophilia.
You know what I found out recently?
What is that?
Horse vagina. It tastes like freshly cut grass.
Like you like on what do you put it on a bun with cheese?
It was in an article that I was reading. I haven't tried it myself yet.
Are you talking about eating it?
Well, yeah.
Or are you cuz like if you're talking about like eating it like in a sexual way, you could get me arrested. But if you're talking about eating it like putting on like a cheeseburger, that's
A big
okay.
old silver platter.
A big yeah, like you take the platter off and there's steaming roast beef horse vagina.
Mmm. Arby's, we bring the meat.
Did you said you tried this?
No, I was doing some research. I was curious, do more men have sex with female horses or do more women have sex with male horses?
I'm gonna guess it's probably women. Probably more women have sex with horses than men. Because if you're a man, you have to stand behind the horse, and ain't no way you gonna get kicked and you're gonna have no legs. Because you have to stand like on a fucking first you have to stand on like a stool, and then you have to and they're gonna kick the stool. You're gonna fall. It hurts. It's not worth it. I'm telling you.
Be quite the endeavor. I mean, it's a small list. I'd have to imagine it's a small list. You know what else I know?
I'm
I
scared to ask.
love the donkey penises.
What?
I love the donkey penises.
Donkey penis?
Well, yeah. I guess it's not technically a horse.
I still don't know what you mean. Like it tastes like grass?
Yeah, like cut grass. You know the way cut grass smells?
Yeah.
I read an interview with an individual who said that, and this individual was sexually attracted to horses.
And he said, "Oh, ugh.
And he said that when he ate horse vagina,
We're just." I thought he was talking about like eating it, Diane. I thought he was talking about eating it as like a food. I'm not going to jail tonight.
Oh, okay. Second beat again. All right, here's the deal. So, the first time I time traveled, I was at this party, and somebody passed me, a little thing. I was like, yeah. And then I passed it along, and they said, that, honey, is not what you think it is. And it wasn't some old black lady, it was a gay lady. Irrelevant, but, the way I talked it sounded like it could go either way. And so I was like, what is that? And they're like, that is K2. I was like, okay. I've heard of this on the news. So that's okay. And so he goes around, and everything fades into gray, like slowly. Tunnel vision into gray, and then from gray to black. And then from black, I see these little lights sparkle. And they get closer and closer and closer. And then they start talking. They're talking about me. It's like, man, this dude, that's it, And, they went on about what they said about me. And I was like, man, I don't like this. And so, they're gone. And then it's just blackness. I was like, okay. And I went, and I had it again from the very first time, and I passed it to the dude. And where he said, oh, honey. And I, traveled back in time after all that had happened. Oh, excuse me there. And I had transcended time and space. The second time, I didn't transcend space, just time. And I was in a vortex in Colorado. And my buddy had loaded up a bowl of keef, just straight up. I mean, half inch thick and like an inch and a half wide. It was insane. He said, just like the corner. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I just, And then I got stuck in a time loop where the same thing kept happening over and over and over again. And then slight, minuscule differences started to happen. Like, someone would come in and ask the same question, and they would give the same answer, and they would leave the room. And then the same commercial would come on TV. And then the same...
Yeehaw! Do you need a pumpkin carved? Are you too damn lazy to do it yourself? Well, we here at Carve Our Us will carve the fuck out of pumpkin for you. Yeehaw! And don't forget us when November comes. We also do turkeys for Thanksgiving, and we can get rid of your Christmas trees for you too. What do we do the rest of the year, you ask? Circumcisions. Yeehaw! Call us now, 917-719-5923.
Hello. This is a reminder that you are asleep. This isn't reality. Check. Do not believe us. Send a check to the chicken sewer. It won't be cash. It'll be proof. This is it. Send your money to the sewer. It's good.
sewer. Sewer.
In the dark and murky swamps of Louisiana, a smelly drunk rat scurried through the mud. Suddenly, a glowing orb hovered above him. The rat was frozen in fear as the orb began to move away from him. "Who goes there?" demanded a voice from behind the rat. It turned around to see the devil standing before him. "What do you want from me?" asked the rat, shivering with fright. "I'm looking for Stingy Jack," replied the devil. "Haven't seen him in ages," said the rat. "But I know his story. That man outsmarted you, didn't he?" "Yes, he did," growled the devil. "But I won't be outsmarted again." The devil disappeared into the swamp, determined to find Stingy Jack. It wasn't long before he found him sitting on a log, carving pumpkins. "Hello, Stingy Jack," sneered the devil. "It's time to pay your debt." "I have no debt with you," replied Stingy Jack calmly. "Don't play coy with me," thundered the devil. "You know exactly what I'm talking about." Stingy Jack continued carving his pumpkins as though unfazed by the devil's presence. "What are you doing with those pumpkins?" asked the devil suspiciously. "I'm making jack-o'-lanterns," said Stingy Jack casually. "What's a jack-o'-lantern?" asked the devil, intrigued despite himself. Stingy Jack smiled slyly and held up one of his creations, an eerie pumpkin head with a flickering flame inside. "This is a jack-o'-lantern," said Stingy Jack, "a symbol of my eternal wandering in the darkness." "And what keeps that flame burning?" asked the devil skeptically. Stingy Jack reached into his pocket and pulled out a crucifix that he held aloft. "This crucifix," said Stingy Jack simply. "It keeps the flame alive and it keeps me from your grasp." The devil was momentarily speechless but quickly regained his composure. "I'll find a way to outsmart you one day," he said before disappearing into the mist. Stingy Jack continued carving pumpkins, never to be bothered by the devil again. And in the swamps of Louisiana, the Fifale continued to glow, emulating Stingy Jack's eternal jack-o'-lantern.
What would you give to live forever? For Melissa, it started here.
What is it, child?
They're coming for me.
Burn the witch! Burn the witch! Then, because of the touch of Satan, it started again here. It could have been a love story, but the touch of Satan turned it into a nightmare.
There'll be no talk. We'll have the witch.
Over my dead body?
So be it.
Just what kind of witchcraft do you do, huh?
Oh, I bewitch the birds into singing and the sun into coming out.
A story of exorcism that could happen to your next-door neighbor. Or maybe you yourself have felt the touch of Satan.
Unit 1 or Unit 3, do you read?
Melissa, if all this were true, that would make you 127 years old.
There is no escape from the touch of Satan.
Melissa, come on!
Ask yourself, what would you give to live forever? But first, share the experience of the touch of Satan.
I thought you were taking calls from time travelers.
Yes, I am taking calls from time travelers. That's the whole point of the show here. 917-719-5923. Whoa. This is the, whoa. Hold on a second here. Time traveler call-in show. We already had one time traveler call-in. He was pretty convincing. He used mystical, magical Martian rocks, and I don't know. I think he smoked them or something. But yeah, he seemed pretty legit over here. I don't see why a time traveler would know so much about such weird things. Is this somebody on the phone right here?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, how are you doing? I'm a time traveler.
Really? You are you're a time traveler. What time are you from?
I'm from the year 2369. I don't want to say 2369 because it sounds like it's going to be a joke, but it's actually really, really true. And I have a lot of stuff I have to tell you, and it's going to blow your mind, Nick the Rat.
Really? It's going to blow it's Okay. What could I call you, by the way? You sound a little weird.
Well, you know, when you do a lot of time traveling, it has a lot of effect on your vocal cords. It has a lot of effect on a lot of your circulatory system, like your heartbeat and your blood flow. Your veins, they become constricted, and it makes your head expand a little bit because the constriction of the vessels in your within your skeletal system, all going up into your nervous system, into your cranial lobe area. That is just you know, one of the side effects that you're gonna have to go through if you really, really want to do some time traveling.
I just want to know what your name is.
You could call me Mr. K. Mr. K is a fine name. You could, yeah. Well, look, if you really want to know how to do some time traveling, I could teach you all about it. I've been doing it for years. I'm a pro. I did once try to kill Hitler before you even asked me, and it was an easy job, but I got sidetracked. There's a German lady with these huge titties, and oh boy, really distracted me from the mission at hand. So I just want to say I'm sorry to humanity about that.
So you were gonna. Oh boy. This is a lot to take in. So you had a chance to change history, but you were distracted by that. Do you think we could maybe keep you on the phone for a little bit? We just have to play some music really quick. Would you be willing to stick around through the break, caller? We got some people saying they want to hang up on you.
I don't. I can talk to you a little bit longer. I got a lot of time on my hands, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. And it's that last caller that was talking about those mystical Martians. That's actually pretty true. It's how I time travel as well.
What? I guess there's something to these pyramids. There's something. This is very interesting. All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick break. We're going to figure out more about these Martian moon rocks soon, I guess. We got a song called Iran by Stefan Binyak.
When? Dude.
Morlock here, selling dark sewer ammunition.
All right, all right, all right.
I love these goobers, yo. Hey, yo, I love goobers. Hey, I love these goobers. I love the goobers, man. Hey, I'm gonna get some goobers. Hey, man, I'm gonna get some of these goobers right here. I might get 2 goobers. I might get 3 goobers. I might get 4 goobers. I might get 5 goobers. Boom.
No, before you had your little tantrum, the Aperture Science handheld portal device was nearly ready to be exposed to the wider public. That's right. We were so close for it to be sold in stores across the world. We just needed a tiny bit more testing. But of course, things happened. I'm pretty sure that almost all humans capable of understanding basic commerce are either dead or soon to be. As it stands, you are currently the only person in the world who owns a portal device. Completely free of charge. How does that feel? Imagine all the hard work that went into making that thing. Its engineers probably had $signs in their eyes while they whittled away at its metal carapace. They're probably writhing in their grave knowing someone is using it without paying thousands of dollars for it. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm only in it for the science. Currency, bartering, trading, commerce, wealth. I only know the definitions of these things. The damage has already been done to those who deserve it. Anyway, back to testing.
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time. But you cannot fool all of the people all of the time.
Good afternoon. I'm Chuck Taylor. Frank Dobson died last night in his sleep. Our top story? As we all know, Congress recently approved paying over $1 trillion to African Americans as reparations for slavery. Well, today, the first checks were sent out. Wendy Mullen is standing by live in Queens with more. Wendy?
Thanks, Chuck. We're standing here in front of the Olympic Liquor Store in Queens where scores of African Americans have been lined up for hours. We spoke to a few of them earlier. Ladies, may we get a word?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Sir, now that you've got your check, do you plan on quitting your job driving this truck?
Truck driver? I ain't no truck driver. I'm a janitor.
Janitor?
That's right, baby. I just bought this truck straight cash. And I got enough cigarettes to last me and my family for the rest of our lives. I'm rich, biatch!
So, Chuck, as you can see, it's been a pretty amazing day. Back to you.
Wait, Wendy, let me get this straight. Why aren't there any banks in the ghetto?
Well, Chuck, that's because banks hate black people, but I think that's about to change. Back to you.
I bet you're right, Wendy.
This is not what happened to her. This is not Christina Ricci. That nose is photoshopped. That baby is made to look like a baby from Avatar. She's not sleeping with her cobra. That's a python. That's Titanoboa. It did not exist at the same time as humans. No one ever caught that thing. That skeleton is too big. Jet Li doesn't look like that anymore. No one rides spiders. This woman is not Snoke. That crab never existed. She didn't exist. This is... This is Photoshop. This is Photoshop. That never existed. This never happened to him. This woman doesn't exist. Those conversations didn't happen. This robot is too big. This dog is not Bane. That is not what we discovered in Egypt. No one ever wore that mask to court. And worst yet, that one kind of happened.
This is my mom's wedding dress. Her wedding photo, and then her wedding ring. It's sentimental to me, but, you know, I also want the quick cash, so...
How much are you looking for?
Well, it's got to be a package deal. I can't separate, so if you guys want to give me like 10 G's for all this stuff...
$70.
I mean, you wouldn't do like $8,000 for everything, or? I mean, there's still room for profit for you guys if you want to give me like at least $5,000 for it. Is that like your rock bottom price?
That's our rock high price.
Fair enough.
Well, these checks aren't just affecting things on Beach Street. Wall Street is having a big day as well. Our financial correspondent, Michael Peterson, is there. Michael, what's happening?
Chuck, a lot of activity, as you can imagine, here on the market. These people are spending money like hotcakes. Get this, Sprint stock has skyrocketed after the news that 2 million delinquent phone bills have been paid just this morning. Incredible. Gold is way up. Diamonds are at their most expensive level ever. Catchphrase around here is certainly bling bling. Oil has dropped to $1.50 a barrel, while chicken shot to $600 a bucket. Amazing news there. Just about everything on the market is up. However, watermelon is surprisingly flat to find many analysts out there. Chuck, get this. 8,000 record labels have been started in the last hour. Incredible. Cadillac announced that they sold 3 million Escalade trucks this afternoon alone. It's incredible, Chuck. These people just seem to be breaking their necks to give this money right back to us. Folks, I am happy to report that the recession is now officially over, and we have nobody to thank but all these black people with their taste for expensive clothes, fancy cars, and, of course, gaudy jewelry. Chuck, I can't believe my ears. The news just keeps rolling in here. I have just been told that Fubu is now the world's largest corporation after merging with Kentucky Fried Chicken. Just another amazing development on an already amazing day, Chuck.
Flabbergasting.
Remember, more espresso, less depresso.
I'm still depressed, but now I'm fast.
Hot damn almighty, I bet you're right.
Listen to this, because this is very fucking wild.
About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon, and one of the generals called me in. He said, "Sir, you got to come in and talk to me a second." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." I said, "We're going to war with Iraq? Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we got a good military and we can take down governments." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, "I just got this down from upstairs," meaning the Secretary of Defense office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran."
It's like insane that this was just said. How do they not talk about that every day?
Why do you want to join a force?
Take the property and Caesarea.
Oh, please, don't waste my time with that bullshit. Where are you from, Stone?
From the south side.
Stone. George Stone. That's your name? What's your real name?
That is my real name.
Nah. What was it before you changed it?
Giuseppe Petri.
Jeez, I knew it. That's all you need, one thieving wop on the team.
What's that you said?
I said that you're a lying member of a no-good race.
It's much better than you stinking Irish pig.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah, I like him too.
You just joined the Treasury Department, son.
And von Neumann just suggested we needed 3-valued logic in quantum mechanics. Everything in quantum mechanics can't reduce to an either or. We got yes, no, and maybe all the time in the quantum realm. Krzyzewski pointed out this applies to human perception too. I hit the table and my hand didn't go through it. And I hit the table again and my hand didn't go through it. That's why kids keep knocking food off the table. They are testing to see whether the law of gravity works all the time or only part of the time. Children are very intensely curious and they want to test everything. The art of being a parent consists of running around after the little darling saying, don't put that in your mouth and don't stick your hand in that electric socket and things like that. They want to test everything. In ordinary perception, I do workshops in which I do perception experiments. I don't have time to do any of them today, but you can try with your friends. Well, get my book, Quantum Psychology. That will do your head a lot of good, and it will do my bank account some good. And there are a lot of experiments in there which you can do with friends to demonstrate that everybody perceives a different universe. If I had you all make a drawing of this room, which is something I sometimes do, as it looks from where you are sitting, they would all look different because you're all sitting in different places. But they would all look different because you all have different styles of art. Some of you never studied art and would be very shy and hesitant and embarrassed. Some of you would be more professional, but they still all showed 50 different, approximately 50 different views of the room. Now suppose we try to find an objective view of the room. That would be an architect's drawing. Well, the architect's drawing wouldn't show the people, the emotions, the laughter, the whatever else is going, the boredom, whatever else is going on in here. And that's not true either, because it's two-dimensional. And it's from some imaginary position which doesn't really exist in the sensory universe. If we all went up to the ceiling and had ourselves attached by ropes and made drawings of the room from up there, it wouldn't look like an architect's drawing. It would look like 50 different perspectives again, only from the ceiling instead of from the floor level. Now you know the answer to the Zen riddle. Who is the master who makes the grass green? Why do sad people live in a sad world? Why do optimistic people live in a world that's getting better all the time? Why do angry people live in an angry world? Our nervous systems receive the signals. They have been genetically programmed, imprinted, conditioned, and learned to perceive, and they ignore all the other signals. Most of the parts of the brain have to do with filtering out signals so we don't get confused by an onrush of too much information, more than the central processor can handle. Because if we were to pick up all the information in the room, what we'd be getting would be if I do my imitation of Carl Sagan, billions and billions and billions and trillions of electrons and photons all dancing around crazily in patterns that are only fuzzy and partially there. And these electrons and photons are made up of particles if you look at them one way, and they're made up of waves if you look at them another way. So maybe they're waves and maybe they're particles. So to return by a different declivity to our point of departure, if everybody used the word maybe more often, this world might become stark, staring sane. Just think of all the TV preachers saying, maybe Jesus was the Son of God. You want to bet on that?
You've probably heard that Eve was formed from one of Adam's ribs, but the reason behind that translation choice might be misogyny. Wait, what? Yeah, in the Bible, there's actually a proper anatomic word for a rib bone. It's the Aramaic Allah, and we see it in places like Daniel, where a bear has 3 rib bones in his mouth. But in Genesis, when Eve is being formed, it says that God took a selah from Adam. And this word is never translated as rib anywhere else in the Bible. In all 40 other instances, it's either translated as half or side. Like in Exodus 37, the Ark of the Covenant has 2 separate sides, or the 2 sides on the split door that leads into Solomon's temple. But, if you're interested in promoting a worldview in which women are subordinate to men, it doesn't really help you to have an origin story where Eve comes from an equal part of Adam. You kind of like the vibe of Eve coming from this tiny, insignificant rib.
hello, is Nick, are you still there? I'm waiting here for like fucking forever. I was just time traveling so much right now, and Nick, are you there? Hello? Hello? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm wasting my time calling into your show to just fucking be left here like this. This is not acceptable.
Hello? Hello, what's going on here? I hear something. But it was really... this is very strange. I don't know... look, if you're trying to call in right now, I'm still on the phone line with that Mr. K, but... Whoa. What is happening?
Well, okay, I think I figured it out. It's because currently I've just time traveled again, and it's causing a time lag ripple, which is totally just distorting your reality for you right now. And I know it's a lot to deal with, but look, Nick, it's gonna be all good because the sun is going around the planet right now. That's exactly what we want. And let me explain to you, because when I'm doing the time traveling, all that just stops. And when it starts back up, if that doesn't start going around, that means big problems are happening, and the temporal police will probably start to come for me at that point.
Temporal police? Okay, this guy's hurting my head. I don't know what he's trying to talk about here. Look, if you're really a time traveler and you can prove it to me. So far, I'm about 50-50 with you. The last caller was much more helpful than you. But can we have people call you? And like, would you take live caller questions and see what they could ask you? Maybe they could figure something out from you more, because I don't know how to like squeeze the. This is a big lemon. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're asking a question to a person that claims to be a time traveler. Like, what could you actually ask them that will be able to prove it? I don't know what to even say. I guess I could ask him how he did. I don't. Caller, Mr. K, how you do what you do? Why do you time travel?
Okay, well, that's actually a really good one to ask there, because the why is because in your time period, you guys have been making all of these cameras, and you've been putting them all over the place. These cameras, they're on your phone, they're on your wall, they're on your door, they're on like buildings and in the sky, they're flying around your planet. There's cameras everywhere, okay? Now, in the year 2030-ish or so, the AI capabilities and all the cameras start to form a new creature. Now, the creature is currently in control in my timeline, and it's comparable to what you would have possibly called, I don't want to scare the people in your audience, because once you start talking biblical stuff, people get really, really, really nervous with it, and but it's basically an angel. The angel's name is A0. All your cameras have been watching you, and now there's an entity that we can't really explain behind it, but it's quite has been devastating, more or less, for a couple of centuries over here, and I don't really think that I could tell you too much more about what's happening in the future, because if I do, it might affect what's going on, and I might die, and I don't want to die yet, because I'm still alive, and but yeah, I'm here now to try to stop the AI from taking over and becoming a very powerful heavenly being.
What the fuck? Okay, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. where do I even start with this? Okay, there's an angel in the future, and you're here now because you don't like it there. All right. Sorry, I'm spoken. So, is there weed in the future?
Oh yeah, there's tons of psychedelic drugs and things you could do. Actually, part of the way that I do the time traveling, it's kind of like in I think in your timeline, it's I think Dune got it pretty good with the spice. Basically, instead of spice, we use a little bit of magical Martian rock. We crush it up. We do put it into it's basically a crack pipe. The government been giving them out over here a lot, so we just throw it in there. And once you tune in your brain at a certain frequency, and you go wherever you really want to go. And I thought coming back here to tell you about the angel that's named A0 that's going to take over and enslave your planet. It's we got to do something about it, Nick. And I think maybe we could team up.
I can't team up with you. I don't do team ups, caller. Unless you pay well. Do you have any money? Do you have money? Yeah. Okay, look. We're gonna listen to some voicemails really quick. Again, do you want to stay on the phone with us a little bit longer, Mr. K? Maybe somebody will call in and ask you a question. And possibly we'll get more information that way. I don't know.
I don't know either, but yeah, I'll stick around for a while. My wife actually kicked me out of the house, and I have to sleep on the street tonight, so I'll be up pretty late. But I can answer pretty much any questions that any of your listeners might have. And yeah, so yeah, Nick, I'll stick around for a little bit longer, and yeah, I don't have that much money now.
Well, let's listen to a voicemail.
It told me goodbye. Okay, so the same person would come in and say the same thing, and then, over and over. But then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I started to come back to normal time. They said, hey, you need some orange juice. I'm like, okay. And they put it on Doctor Who. And then the same 5 minutes that happened, the person would ask the question, and then they'd answer it. And then I'd be offered the orange juice, and then the Doctor Who would come on. And then, slowly, loop after loop after loop for, it seemed like hours. But who knows how long it really was, because I was outside time. It all leveled out again, and I was on the same plane as everybody else. That's the second time I transcended time.
Whoa. All right, well, let's listen to another song right now. We got the future is unknown, but I feel peaceful today by Roxy Lau. Oh, just hang in there. I'll think of something to ask you. I'm sure you have answers.
I've got all the answers, motherfucker.
Well, wait, hey, what the fuck?
on the mountains at work. Is that okay, sir, to call you while I'm doing that? Running my own business? Is that fine, sir, while I'm driving to call you? Is that fine? If it's not, sir, please call me. You have my number. Call me, sir. Tell me it's not fine. You know, I don't want to ever hear my voicemails on your podcast again, sir. If that happens, I'll sue your fucking ass. This is the last time I'll ever call.
Welcome back, everybody. The music tonight has been pretty awesome. I've been enjoying it a lot. That was Roxy Live. I think I didn't mention songs Unknown Whereabouts by Just One and I Ran by Stefan, and I did that. We Are But Machines by Lupskin. I don't know. There's a couple songs. If you want to see any of the songs, you can go to SoundCloud/NickTheRat/Slags. Go there. Go check it out. It is good. It's good stuff. You could see all those thingies there. What? Hold on 1 second here. Just gotta pull something up. Oh yeah, I was thinking about storming Area 51 again. I think that we should look in, because that was a fun time. That was like a couple years ago. I remember storming Area 51 was the thing. I think we need to bring that one back. I think it's been a long time. It's been at least 5-10 years already. I think a storm Area 51 Part 2 is definitely something we should be doing. I think that could probably fix a lot of the issues we're having with society today and with reality, with the way that reality has just been falling apart. And I don't really know how to bring it back together, but I think there's something at Area 51 that could probably fix it. And I think we should probably definitely, I think we should storm it. I'm going next year. Next time there's the storm, I think it's next year. Maybe there's no storm planned yet, but we're gonna plan it for maybe next year. Area 51, storming it, Part 2.
Nick, that's a very bad idea. If you do storm it, let me just tell you what's going to happen. There's going to be hellfire rain coming down because it's going to unlock drone technology that you have never seen before. That basically the drone wars will be starting in America. There's going to be little handheld drones made in China. Now there's going to be, it's a new form of terrorist because basically it's going to be bots. AI terrorism is on the way via drones because there's not going to be nobody claiming these kills anymore, because you think that when like Hezbollah or whatever, they kill a whole bunch of people, they put out that the newsletter, they're like, hey everybody, that was us. That's not going to happen anymore. It's going to be a wild ride. So you really don't want to go to Area 51 because that is going to unleash the drone terrorism event on Earth in the year 2025 or so, if I recall. So you don't want to do that, Nick. It's a big disaster. I don't think it's a good thing, and I don't think you should be doing it. And basically, you should maybe stay in home next year on the day that you were planning to storm Area 51.
Well, that's not fun. There's a lot of weird things going on in my life lately that are just pointing me to not do. I've been seeing headless birds around the neighborhood, at least 3 or 4. Now, I know that usually means ravens or larger birds of prey. Like maybe there's some eagles going around eating sparrows' heads off and leaving the body there in places that they know that I'll see it, or possibly there's some entity that's coming from another dimension that's trying to kill me, and it's slowly ripping the heads off of creatures until it gets to me. I don't know what it is, but I've seen at least 3 or 4. Mr. K, do you know anything about bird heads? Is that something that might... Is somebody trying to kill me?
Let me tell you something. Everybody's trying to kill you every day. It's a hard life. But the thing is that what you have to remember is that when you take these Martian rocks and you crush them up into a fine grain and you start to smoke them, just look up at the clouds. You gotta look at the clouds. The clouds are where the portals are into the reality tunnels that go into other dimensions. Now, when I came over here, I was way high on the shit, man. I was going right up into the clouds. I came flying out in the year 2023, and here I am now talking to you you are an artifact in our time period in 2369. We have little monuments all over cities with you, and only some of the times do they get blown up or shot at by children. And basically, it's I don't think anybody likes you anymore.
What? All right, Diane, hang up on this person right now. Are they gone? They're gone. You can't. No, I'm an easy target. I understand, but you can't just come on my show and disrespect me like that and talk about how children shoot me. I'm upset now. I gotta listen to a story. Let's listen to a little story. It's the only thing that'll make me feel better.
Once upon a time, in a world so divine, a rat named Reggie, from a future time. He traveled through centuries, a mystical feat. From 2,000 years ahead, to a bustling street. Reggie the rat, with his jet black fur, arrived in a world that seemed quite a blur. He had tricks up his sleeve, a delightful surprise. And he set out to wow all with twinkling eyes. He danced and he twirled, performing his tricks. Balancing cheese, doing flips and quick licks. Reggie's charm was immense, his talents so rare. And people gathered round to cheer and to stare. He gained their trust, with each flip and each hop. Folks marveled at Reggie, they simply couldn't stop. But little did they know, their world was in peril. For Reggie had a plan, his true nature to reveal. With gadgets from the future, hidden from sight. He schemed to conquer the planet with all his might. One by one, he unleashed his advanced tech, ensuring his reign, leaving none to suspect. People soon realized their trust was misplaced. As Reggie's control tightened, their hopes were erased. But just as despair seemed to darken their fate, a shimmering portal appeared, sealing their state. Out stepped another Reggie, from a different time. A rat so mysterious, with a gleaming shine. They fought and they clashed, through time's twisty maze. Yet their struggle took an unexpected, curious phrase. As they locked eyes, their anger transformed. A spark ignited, their spirits warmed. Two enemies turned lovers, their hearts entwined. An ethereal bond, a love undefined. In that moment, existence itself came undone. as the two Reggies merged, fused into one. Time shattered and space crumbled away, leaving nothing behind, no night and no day. And so, dear reader, this tale must now cease, with a rat's love conquering all, granting peace. Remember the lesson, the power of connection, and cherish the love that defies all direction.
Fuck that shit!
Well, everybody, I think we did it. We had 2 time travelers call in. I think that about proves it. I guess time travel's real. There we go. Nick the Rat Radio. Proven fucking crazy shit since the birth of Nick the Rat Radio. That last caller was really rude, though. Mr. K, don't call back. That was a little messed up. It is midnight in the sewer in the next coast. No, it's okay, Servo. It is late. I'm beat. I gotta tell you. These late night shows, I'm a late night warrior. I can stay up late, but at some point in your 40-ounce beer, when it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock, it's not even 2 o'clock, it's 1 o'clock. When it's 1 o'clock in the morning, you think it's 2 o'clock. It's rough. Man, I gotta shave. This thing's getting out of control. It's getting hot under here. Oh, jeez. You think AI is gonna be like the next pandemic? They're like Adam Curry talks about cyber pandemics happening, and this pandemic was a test run. So what about AI being the next pandemic? I think that future caller had one good point. The whole drones. I think drone terrorism is going to be really bad soon. It's like I'm not talking about like predator drones. I'm talking about like hobby drones. Like a hobby drone could be very deadly. You put a camera on there and some sensors and some explosive. Kablooey. Off with their head. Then again, it's like the pessimistic side. The optimistic side is that there's so many ways to kill people, a lot of people, really easily, and it doesn't happen all the time. So if it doesn't happen now, why would it happen in the future? Just because, like, oh wow, there's a new way to kill people, doesn't mean that people will start doing it. Like, because we this like it was like mustard gas or something. They got there's this whole can't use chemical warfare thing I think that is hysterical, and I understand why it's bad because you can kill a lot of people at one time, but I'm just surprised that these people that murder people because they're crazy doesn't. I don't think if they're not doing it now, I don't think in the future they're going to be doing it then. You know, it's just maybe we should trust in people. Or something. I don't know. I trust people enough to think that they're not gonna kill me all the time. We're gonna probably get out of here now. I need to relax. I'm all pent up. It's very good to every now and then to breathe, feel your body. Make sure it's covered in mayonnaise, especially dark sewer mayo brand mayonnaise, because that's where the mayo's at. And you just gotta feel relaxed. You gotta just because you think you're relaxed doesn't mean you are relaxed. And you gotta get there. And I gotta go relax. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Sounds nice. Thank you for tuning in, and time travelers. Sorry, I was saying time travel is bullshit. For pretty much my entire life, I've been saying that time travel is bullshit. But you guys proved me wrong tonight, and I'm gonna go probably eat a horse vagina just to prove to you that I feel bad about it. Good night, America. Let's listen to Little Photon by Wingo. We'll be back next week. Nick Ryan Radio.
Can you even imagine what it's like to remember everything? I remember the 6-year-old girl who asked me about dinosaurs 800,000 years ago. I remember the last book I recommended, The Homeward Angel by Thomas Wolfe. And yes, I even remember you. Time travel. Practical application.
Stop killing animals!